Hey guys, BD 1994 here, aka Brandon Eagle. And disclaimer for motives and any of you to unsubscribe to this channel, please subscribe. Also, like and comment down below for Parliament House. This is a recap of Parliament House. I'll also leave a link in the description below for best weekly news in the description for the interview with Linus Powers. And well, you'll get to see some snippets of footage. Okay? See you in there. Bye. Then this is future Brennan. You'll be seeing past Brennan at the Parliament House. Bye. Hey guys, B-Dude here, and well, I'm at Parliament House. This is the rooftop of Parliament House in Queensland, Australia. Hope you like it. Hope you enjoy it. But I'll soon be eating, and you will get a first-hand experience on this. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, but man, is this place amazing or what? Some of my friends here, we were invited by an MP, which I'll happily be getting some shots with. But let us know what to see. So this right here is the view of Parliament House from lower levels. Not the very top, though. Well, kind of. It's the top, but up there. Oh, that's where all the big MPs tend to reside in. But what do you think of the city so far from this?
Footage with the thing in the background.
I'm happily also recording this for my YouTube already.
Stop recording.
Speeches we do it in this room. So this is kind of the Royals room. And you can actually see that is the coat of arms of the British royal family, the English royal family.
A lion and a unicorn.
A lion and a unicorn, exactly right. You know it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see that those things inside it are the four constituent parts of the United Kingdom. Except the Irish bit shouldn't be there, but that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Up here, these are called chandeliers, and
Yeah.
each one of those things is a piece of glass.
Yeah.
And they were made in a city in Ireland called Waterford, which is where the Power family name comes from. But we're not very good at making glass. But it's very special. And how do you reckon they clean it?
Carefully.
Yeah. They
Yeah. So what they do is they have a special winch that they lower it all the way down, and then they have to dust off each bit to clean
And
it.
change the lights.
And to change the light bulbs, exactly right.
How often do they do it?
I've only ever seen them do it once.
How much do they cost, one?
$5. I don't know.
I believe I was told they cost about 110 grand each. Whoa. Wow.
So there's that lady we're talking about, Queen Victoria. And this is, they used to have the entrance down here so people would come up these big staircases. Now, can everyone be...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just hold on to them, guys.
This bar reminds me about some library.
The books.
Here's a library.
Oh, the
There's a lot of
books.
books in here.
There's lots of books in here. So, this is the reading room And this is where, when we're out of Parliament, we kind of sit and wait, and we have a TV to watch what's going on in the Parliament. But some of the books in here are very, very old. So those are, Brendan, look at the first one over there and see how old it is.
This one here, 1809.
Wow.
So that's 212 years old. And we don't read them much, but you could if you wanted. So when my kids came in here, they said, "This is the Hogwarts room." Which it kind of is like that, isn't it?
Yeah, but a bit more sophisticated.
Yeah, well, Hogwarts Library is kind of fancy too, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Twice? You did it last time we were here.
Ooh. Oh.
So this is the view out. This is to go to QUT over there. So QUT's down there.
Yep,
This is the Botanical Gardens, which is a really nice garden. And they have my kids just went, they have a light bridge in there, like a garden in England. So sometimes when people want to talk about things that they want to see happen, they all gather here and they say, very politely, "Please do the things that we want." No, sometimes they yell very loudly. And they all gather here. So sometimes I come out and I want to listen to them, but I feel very funny because I feel like I'm the Queen or something. Maybe.
bad point.
And I kind of think, because I used to occasionally be a protester out there, and now I'm up on the deck, which is very different. All right, so let's. Nice night for it. Yes.
Very nice night to yell out to them.
In that park, I think people do, but a lot of people get married somewhere else, and then they do a lot of photos in the park. Really? That'd be cool.
Is that an empty can?
That's a big day for people, isn't it?
Penny for change.
I'm putting it in my pocket so I don't drop it again.
Yeah, but we can also take it back, have it for the center to deposit for the root.
What did you do with your can, Brandon?
Ryan has it.
Oh, you got
All right, so here they've got a board, and I've got the names of all the people that have been elected since right at the beginning. So when we start over here, they have people who were elected in 1860, which is 160 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So there's a name, and then right down the other end is my name.
Oh. By the way, Linus,
Yeah.
what is that in the case?
Oh, good question. Did you do the tour? Do you remember?
What's your name?
Right down
down
there.
here, I'll show you for me.
So
Chemical in darkness.
this is what's called the mace. And as I said, we come from the English traditions. And in England, they used to have the commons, the people were just elected generally. Occasionally, people would try and push them to do things. So the House of Commons invented this role called the Sergeant of Arms, who was a really big guy who literally had a mace. And it was a big stick that if anyone wanted to come into the Parliament, he would hit them with it. But now it's become more ceremonial, which means just for show. And this is solid silver and then coated in gold. And then at the top, oh, this is actually not the real one. Or is it the real one? And then they've got gems there as well. I'm not sure, because they've just made a movie prop one.
Oh.
So I wonder where is
We've got
it
the
that...
problem, the real one's gone.
Cash converters.
Because the speaker just got a movie prop one made, so I don't know what for.
Yeah, I think that's real. I think that's the real one. I can see the gems on the hand.
But yes, so every day when we start Parliament, they keep that tradition, and a man walks in with this over his shoulder, and I'll show you where he puts it to start.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it got a date on it too. Oh,
There you go.
1978. Oh. Oh,
actually do the
oh.
talking or debate.
This is after me and Anthony.
And the man walks in and he says, the speaker is coming. What does he actually say?
Honourable members, the speaker.
Honourable members, the speaker. He says it like that. And he takes that big stick, the mace, and he puts it here. And it's meant to show that the speaker has authority over the parliament. Now the speaker's like the teacher or the referee. And he sits in that big chair there. And his job is that as we're talking about things, so we say, we're going to build a new school, and the other people say, no, you should build it somewhere else, and we have a talk about where the best place to build a school is. He is the one who's refereeing it. Okay, you can speak now, all right, you need to finish now. Here is where there's a clock, and they set it to go for a number of minutes, and you can speak for that number of minutes. And when it finishes, you have to sit down. So there's lots of rules about speaking. So my seat is there, what you're not supposed to do is not. These are the real members' desks, so don't open them. But you can open mine, and it'll be very. This one, you're there, yeah. It's mine. That's right.
It's probably really untidy. Oh, it is.
Right.
Busy, hard working.
Yes, Connor, 100%. That's exactly what's in there. How much of that can come back for shredding?
She's not to a friend of mine.
We came in here.
Yeah, we were up there.
No, we were down here, I thought.
But he's going to sit in Anastasia Palace.
Didn't you sit in one of the seats? Anastasia's? No?
I'm chemical. But it's a good experience.
Who was it that lives in Marsden?
Look at Kim, bro.
No, Crestmead.
Crestmead? Oh, who lives in Crestmead?
Crestmead is Corby.
Corby. So Cameron Dick is the member for Woodridge, which includes Crestmead. He sits here. And Flagstone people, the member for Jordan sits.
Yeah.
Wow. So that is where Blackstone's Damn. So that's Blackstone's representation.
Increase in the price of hay for voters, is it?
So Chris.
Increase in funding for MD.
Chris.
Yeah.
Hey Chris. Chris, where
That's an
Brennan
insurance
side,
agency.
where Brennan side is where our residential for Flagstone sits.
Where does it say that?
Right there.
It's here.
That's Flagstone's.
Charisse sits
Oh,
right
is it on
here.
the thing, does it?
No,
No.
Charisse, he pointed it
Oh,
out.
right. Flagstone.
This is, yeah, she's the member for Flagstone.
Damn.
How often do they have these?
Up. Quiet. The speaker is sitting. Yeah. Yes.
So this is where the
Mark up again, you're out. Yes, it'll sit again. And it'll be the budget sitting.
All right. Yeah. If everyone gathers around the speaker's chair, I'll go and get a group photo.
Oh.
I'm going to hide back. You guys can.
Is it okay if we sit down?
in the group photo.
Who's going to sit in the speaker's chair?
You've got to be able to see Brendan's camera.
Chris, come over here in this chair. No one's sitting in it.
Quick, Chrissy G.
Come on, Chris. Come on. Be my supporter.
Good man, Chrissy.
Everyone looking over at me. And ready, everyone, big smiles. Awesome. And everyone say best.
Best.
Awesome, there we go.
All right, that's great.
Amen.
Oh, man.
Sit down again. Sit down again. Really well.
Chris D.
Chris, sit down.
Sit down.
Don't forget whoever stuff this is.
Mine.
Yeah, I brought nothing but this, my phone, my wallet, and my keys. And that's all I need for the night.
Okay.
You got all your gear? Did Chris
Yeah.
bring over his jacket? Good.
I got all my gear.
Queensland, and then it's got the crown on top of it, Australia.
Oh, yeah, the Queen of England crown.
Yep, that's right. So these guys here are photos. You can see it says, what does it say at the top?
Speakers.
Speakers of the Legislative Assembly. So they're all the people who are like the referees. And what do you notice that's crazy about them?
Wigs.
Crazy wigs. So it used to be, and there's a thing now that judges still wear those wigs sometimes.
Yeah.
So my brother's a barrister, so he has the crazy wig and he sometimes puts on when he goes to court. But it used to be that speakers would put that wig on. And you can imagine in Queensland you've got this huge crazy wig. And you must but that's how they used to dress in olden days, so they kept up the tradition.
Yeah.
And all right, now what we're going to do is on the any questions?
What's the symbolism of the wig?
Ooh.
I don't know why judges still
No more
wear-
questions?
Come on, Nanette.
I think it was just a dress tradition because there was a point in the 15th. People are having dinner in there.
Okay.
So what we want to do is just move quietly through. But on the left, there's two rooms. The first one is the Premier's meeting room. The second one is the Premier's office. So I'll see if the doors open. They're probably not. Pretty good. So this is where the Premier's staff works. And that's the Premier's office just through there. So whenever Anastasia Palaszczuk's working, she's just in there. But don't go in there, she might be working. She might be busy. No, she's not. I know she's not. She loves it. Well, no, I think she's left. Anyway, so this is where they have the cabinet meetings.
No.
What? Corpse? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just looking around.
Yeah.
This is a nice.
Yeah. This
Oh,
place
a
is
picture of Queen of England.
Yeah. Queen Elizabeth.
huge. Yeah.
Queen Elizabeth I.
Because
There's enough.
I thought that picture over there was George
Go.
Washington.
Oh, is that?
No, it's not true. No, it's not true.
think it is. But if you go in the
Yeah. So,
Premier. Oh,
Yeah. Everything just feels so great here because it's so.
Guys, quietly we'll walk through and then over to the left, okay?
No aeroplanes, and the state's really, really big. So they had a few trains, but they only went a short distance. They didn't go the whole way up to Cairns like they do now. So what they would do is they had a state ship, and it was called the Lucinda. And if people needed to go up to Rockhampton or Gladstone or Cairns, they would get on the state ship and sail all the way up the coast. Come through, mate.
Please, I'd like to listen to it.
And this is the state ship. And there was a story that a man needed to have a decision. He got his cabinet there and he went out in the Brisbane River. And because he was the Premier, they couldn't make a decision, So he said, tell the captain that we're not going back in until we've made the decision. And everyone wanted to get home, so they made the decision. But what's interesting is the wood from the ship, they took some of it and put it in that bar. Have you ever been in that bar?
I have.
You have?
I just come from there.
There you go. And supposedly, I'm not sure I believe the story, is that the very old wood from this very old ship, some of it was in there. Now the interesting thing is, does anyone know what that red thing is? So you know when a motorboat has a propeller, like an outboard?
it's the motor.
So it's kind of like the propeller, but it's a really old-fashioned one, and it's called a paddle steamer. So they had a big steam engine where it would come out of that stack, and then that would just go chug, 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 and instead of a propeller. So it's called a paddle steamer.
So if you want to know what the wood is, it's actually spotty gum, which is a beautiful timber that they use in the marine environment because it never gets eaten by borers, and it's also doesn't get weathered by salt water.
So this is the member for Moraine.
Lovely to meet you. Really
And this
nice
is
to
Best
meet you.
Disability Care, which is
Lovely to meet you.
Support.
Yeah, it's good to see you. How are you? I'd love to shake your hand and that, but obviously, yeah, please. How are you? Good. Good to see you.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely, Stephen. How are you?
So Stephen's right up near Rocky.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
up the
Right,
top
yeah,
end
Mackay.
of the electric. How are you? Sorry, mate. Lovely to meet you. Yeah, how are you? It's good to see you here in Parliament, and I hope you enjoy your thing. The man for Logan's a great dog. Go and have a look and he'll show you the parquetry and the furniture and all the very interesting things that they have to show you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry. Rather than have a look at the speaker screen downstairs. We've still got some time.
We got time still, don't we?
It's
Let's ask if we still got
7:57.
time.
Oh, heaps of time.
It's 7:57 out of 1 now, so we got plenty of time.
To see this massive place.
Oh, wow! That is a definite good painting.
It looks like the tent studio.
Oh,
Um,
the white man talking to the Aboriginals.
Sorry, Brendan.
what happened was that when they opened this part of the Parliament, they didn't have any artworks and everything looked very bare. So what they did is they wrote a letter to all of the councils and said, each of you, you know the council, so each little city and town has a local government. You actually have to provide us with pictures. And all of the councils didn't want to do it, so this is the only good one. Now, have you ever watched on TV that sometimes you'll see that shot there where the person's talking like you're talking and they'll use that backdrop to show they're at Parliament? And on there they've got special power plugs for the TV cameras to plug in. And they also feed the information back to these studios here. So this is where the journalists have their studios. So you can see that Channel 10 sticker.
It doesn't like it. It doesn't worry about it. Let's keep doing it.
Channel 10 sticker there, that's the Channel 10 news, and there's also ABC and 9 and 7.
Can you guys have a look?
Sure, you have a look. We'll see if anyone, let me just see if anyone's there. I think they're all locked up. Hello.
You work for 10? You done with them?
Alright,
Flashbacks?
so this door's a little bit open, you can kind of peek through and see they've got a big stack of computers and I don't know, maybe we shouldn't go through their stuff, it is their workplace. But anyway.